Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Sports Crazies. It's one of the oldest Barstool debates known to sports fans. Who's the greatest player of all time? With all the different players and styles of play throughout NFL history, how exactly are you supposed to measure that? With so many all-time greats to choose from, making this list wasn't easy. While most fans would assume this list would be dominated by quarterbacks, you might be surprised to see who made the cut. Without further delay, here are the 10 best NFL players of all time. Number 1, Jerry Rice. By every qualification, Jerry Rice was the greatest wide receiver of all time. He had the best hands, ran the most precise route, and starred as the premier game changer after the catch. Rice, the San Francisco treat, may even hail as the greatest blocking wide receiver of all time, and as an NFL bootstrapper, he serves as another monument to hard work. In all, Rice rewrote the NFL record books for 1,549 receptions, 22,895 receiving yards, and 208 total touchdowns. Rice's career and statistical records are breathtaking as he proved to be a lock for 80 catches, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 1 Pro Bowl ticket to Hawaii for 13 seasons. He was a threat to score on every play. Rice earned his position. Number 2, Jim Brown. Jim Brown dominated everybody. Over the course of his 9 seasons, Brown ran over, through, and around people for 12,312 rushing yards and 106 touchdowns on the ground. At 29, he shocked the world and retired from the game of football in his prime. Brown simply had nothing else to prove, having already qualified as the record holder of every significant rushing mark in the books. Although Brown has since been surpassed by Emmitt Smith and Walter Payton in the record books, neither back can touch his remarkable 5.2 yard per carry average. As the perfect complement of size and speed, Brown put up video game-like numbers in the era of the phonograph and turntable. With the exception of 1962, Brown led the NFL in rushing every year between 1957 and 1965. In 1963, he torched defenses for 1,863 rushing yards on only 291 carries, which translates into a 6.4 yard per carry average. Number 3, Lawrence Taylor. At linebacker, Lawrence Taylor was the maddest of all madmen. Because of his pure explosiveness, Taylor was the game's foremost defensive weapon. In the 3-4 scheme, Taylor lined up all over the field to sell out his body, force turnovers, and destroy careers. Taylor was too fast for plotting tackles and too powerful for blocking backs to contain coming off the edge at the line of scrimmage. Within 2 counts, the quarterback would get decked and stripped of the football in one fell swoop. As a sack artist, Taylor compiled 132.5 quarterback sacks over his 13-year career, which is still good for the 10th time. Number 4, Bob Lilly. The one thing I admire the most about Bob Lilly is his durability, as he played in 196 consecutive games. That'd be incredible for a defensive tackle in today's NFL, but the NFL when Lilly played, between 1961 and 1974, was a lot more violent, tough, and hard-nosed. Lilly had great pass rushing skills, great agility, and quickness for a defensive tackle. In his 196-game career, he had 94.5 sacks. At least he had triple digits, right? As NFL Films put it, he was the unblockable, unstoppable force of the doomsday defense. That might be an overstatement, but Lilly made it seem that way. In his first year of eligibility in 1980, Lilly was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Lilly cracks the top 10 because of his amazing durability and how revolutionary he was to the NFL. The usually reserved Tom Landry put it best: "A man like this comes along once in a generation." I don't think Bob ever was aware of how good a player he was or how valuable he was to his team. Number 5, John Elway. Even to this day, people consider John Elway as the greatest quarterback prospect to ever come out of college. The All-American quarterback from Stanford University had it all: unparalleled athleticism, incredible arm strength, and the ability to win games in the clutch. After he forced his way out of Baltimore and became the quarterback for the Denver Broncos, he lived up to almost all the hype that surrounded him coming out of college. Number 6, Dick Butkus. He was ferocious, tough, revolutionary, perhaps more so than Lilly. Yes, Dick Butkus is an NFL legend. In 1965, the Bears made an excellent move by drafting the 22-year-old linebacker Dick Butkus out of the University of Illinois. As a rookie, he had 5 interceptions and received a phenomenal 7 fumbles. Former Colts center Bill Curry put it best: "Before you could begin to block on Dick, you had to overcome the mystique." And I know Dick doesn't appreciate this, but I said it was almost like an odor. For 9 seasons, Butkus put a hurting on running backs and offensive linemen. He played with the Bears from 1965 to 1973, so he wasn't as durable as Lilly, but was more revolutionary. Number 7, Johnny Unitas. When he first came into the league, people didn't know how to pronounce his name. By the time Johnny Unitas retired from the league, he became the guy that future quarterback legends were compared to. Between 1955 and 1973, Unitas was named to 10 Pro Bowls and 7 All-Pro teams. He's one of the only 4 players to win the NFL's MVP award 3 times. For all his career accolades, Unitas is probably best known for leading the Baltimore Colts over the New York Giants in the NFL championship game in 1958, which is often referred to as the greatest game ever played, and credited with sparking the interest in professional football in the United States. Number 8, Don Hutson. In his last article, Bryn Swartz made a compelling argument, saying Don Hutson was the best wide receiver in NFL history. In ways, I agree with him. As always, he provided credible facts to back it up. I think Hutson is the 6th best football player in NFL history. He'd be considered just a good receiver in the NFL now, as he had just 7,991 yards in 10 seasons, which is 799.1 yards per year, but that is phenomenal for the era he played in 1935 to 1945. Number 9, Peyton Manning. You can very easily make the argument that Peyton Manning deserves to be a few good spots higher on this list. You practically need an encyclopedia-sized book to list all the records that Manning has set or broken through the course of his 18-year NFL career. He currently holds the record for most career passing yards, most career touchdown passes, the most passing yards in a single season, and the most touchdown passes in a single season. Number 10, Tom Brady. Tom Brady is a living proof that when it comes to the quarterback position in the NFL, the intangibles are far more important than raw talent. Let's take a look at Brady's resume. 5-time Super Bowl champion, 4-time Super Bowl MVP, 2 times NFL MVP, 12 times Pro Bowl, but this might be the most impressive stat. If you exclude the 2008 season when he was injured for the year in Week 1, Brady has played 16 NFL seasons. In those 16 NFL seasons, Brady has 7 Super Bowl appearances. This brings us to the end of our video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.